Hello and welcome to Mission Kriya Yoga. You already know that our primary objective is to spread awareness about Kriya Yoga. Today we are publishing our 8th episode, and in today's video we will be discussing about a very important part of Kriya Yoga. We already know that Kriya Yoga is thoroughly based on our body functions. Our body is the bearer of the consciousness we have. But what we see from outside, that's barely the minimum. Our existence is much more spiritual than we actually think. There are a lot of spiritual segments to learn about before we understand what Kriya Yoga really is. But learning all segments at once is really next to impossible. So, we will be talking about a small segment today, which is called Vayus. As usual, we have separated the whole information into some key points. For the first point, we obviously have to discuss what Vayu is. For a very basic and cliche introduction, we might say that all the functions happening in our body is monitored by Vayus. There are times when we don't think anything deeply, but also then our minds are not still. What goes through our mind at that time is known as consciousness. With the help of this consciousness, Vayu controls all life functions in our inert body. We may say our body is a machine and the Vayus act as the fuel in it. For the second point, we will try to find where the Vayu is in our body. Like Pranavayu resides at many places in our body. Again, this Pranavayu is divided into 10 other segments by its functionality, which are Udana, Prana, Vyana, Samana, Apana, Kudma, Krikara, Devdatta, and lastly Dhananjaya. Among these 10 Pranavayus, 5 Vayus are known as Pranadi Vayus, which works internally, and other 5 Vayus are known as Nagadi Vayus, which works externally. Describing in short, we may say from the main 5 Vayus, Pranavayu resides at our bosom area, Apanavayu resides on our rectum area, Samanavayu resides on our umbilicus area, Udanavayu resides at our vocal area, and lastly, Vyanavayu resides throughout our body. For the third point, we have to discuss what is the importance of Vayus in yoga or Kriya Yoga. We know naturally Vayus, which actually means air, floats from a place to another, cannot be controlled. But the techniques to subjugate the Vayus are known as yoga. In yoga, controlling the psyche has a great importance. But to control our mind and thoughts, we have to control Vayus at first. To conquest our senses, we have to take our psyche under control, because by conquering our senses, we entered the main stage of our spiritual success. Yogis pursue Kriya Yoga for self-realization by controlling Vayu within them. That's why learning about Vayu is very important. Now we are entering to the fourth and the most important point of this video, functions of Vayu. Despite of various names, Pranavayu is the main and the most important Vayu we have to discuss about. We stay alive with the Vayus till our body is capable to hold them within us. When the Vayus in our body leaves and do not return, our death approaches. So basically, our nostrils attracts Pranavayu and that pranavayu travels to our umbilical gland, while apana vayu travels from our vulva area to the umbilical gland. When pranavayu travels through our nostrils to the umbilical gland and fills the upper portion of our stomach area, apana vayu travels from vulva to umbilical gland at the same time and fills the lower area of our stomach. These two vayus travels from opposite sides to the same umbilical gland. It is like a bird tied with a string who try to fly but comes back to its original position over and over again. Pranavayu comes out of our nostrils but again enters our body by the attraction of apanavayu. And this whole phenomena keeps us alive. When these two vayus combine together by penetrating the umbilical gland, they leave our body, and that is death. Udana vayu resides at our vocal area and it travels to the head. Udana vayu helps to keep our head straight. Again, by Udana vayu, every part of our body connects to prana. Not only that, by Udana vayu, our subtle body leaves our material body on death, and again our subtle body enters a womb according to its karma and culture. Yogis from higher stages can leave their body whenever they want and again come back to it with the help of this vayu. Again, pranavayu helps in respiration, digestion, and separation of food and drinks in our body. This also controls our external senses. Vyanavayu resides at our generative organ and it helps in blood circulation. Samanavayu travels from our navel area to the bosom area and it helps to circulate the nutritional fluid after digestion of food. Apanavayu ignites fire to digest the food. It also helps in our excretory functions. It also helps in the functions of our knees, thighs, and legs. Okay, so that's almost all about vayus. But again, learning about spiritual segments is not as easy as it seems. It definitely takes time to understand the whole phenomena at once. So keep listening and keep following our channel for such contents. Thank you for your support.